And so my sweet treat for today are going to be chocolate bark macarons. Macarons are one of my favorite cookies to make. It's a French baked cookie. I learned how to make them here in the States, but I ate them till I got sick in France. It's an almond baked cookie. I've discussed this with you guys before in the last video, but this one is almond bark. So it has chocolate cookie, chocolate filling, and then on the top it has vanilla icing, and then it has peppermint on top. And the chocolate filling has a little peppermint flavor inside. So it's a really delightful cookie. I hope you enjoy. I'll post the recipe on the links below. Enjoy yourself, and I'll see you next Thursday. Bye-bye. Hi, everybody. Welcome back to BD Sweeties. Thanks for liking, sharing, and subscribing. And I need you all to continue to share and to subscribe. Just want to talk to you for a couple of minutes about BD Sweeties and where I'm planning to go with this channel, what my hopes are for this channel. And my hope, number one, is that you'll continue to follow. Number two, BD Sweeties, not only will I make and display sweet treats, but I'm also a travel vlogger. Just am not able to travel now with COVID. So I'll do local shots of local places in the DMV. That's the District, Maryland, and Virginia. Just to kind of give you an idea of what it's like to live in the area and the foods that we have and some of the sweets that are local to the area. Now, the first person who comments on my video as to how they like the video, etc., they're going to win a treat. In the DMV, we're known for mumbo sauce, or they're known for mumbo sauce. And so the first person to comment, good or bad, hopefully it's good, it's something that you liked about the video or something that you like me to change. If I deem so, then you will win some mumbo sauce, a jar of mumbo sauce. And right now it's a hot item at Target and other local markets in the DMV. So if you get a chance, go out and comment. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Now, not only am I a sweet treat maker and a sweet treat liker, and also a traveler, I also love fashion. Being a more mature woman, I'm more of a conservative dresser. Except for when I travel. When I'm out and about, I kind of blend in with the environment or with the people that are there. I like international travel. It gives you an opportunity to see so much more than what we would normally see here in the States. So I enjoy international travel. Some of the places that I've had a chance to visit are Germany, Rome, France, England, and Spain. My next trip before COVID was to be the UK, and after that, Seoul, South Korea, or South Korea in general, plus Taiwan. I'm very much into K-pop, or a particular K-pop group by the name of Astro. They came across one of my timelines, Instagram or Facebook, about right before COVID. And I've really liked this group. I think they're very clean. I think the gentlemen in the group are very handsome. They've been to the States a couple of times, but I wasn't into them at the time. But now I really like their music. I like the members. And so I'm excited to be a part of that group. Again, the group is Astro. So if you get a chance, go out on YouTube and look them up. They have a new song out, After Midnight. It's really cute. It's really a party song. It's really a lot of fun. And again, I don't think you'll be disappointed. I love Asian food, South Korean food. I do make quite a bit of it at home, mostly soups. And that I can't make, I go out and I usually have at an Asian restaurant, at a South Korean restaurant here in the DMV. I do love fashion. Some of my fashion favorite designers are Halston, Chanel, Ralph Lauren. I'm a huge Ralph Lauren fan. And there are quite a few, but they don't come to mind right now. But definitely Chanel, Halston, Dior, and Ralph Lauren. Those are some of the top players in my game. Of course, Ralph Lauren, because he's very conservative in his dress, and I just like it. I think that for some of my adventures, I'll post past adventures and some that I'm taking now locally, so you'll have an idea of who I am and what I do. Excuse me. And as far as the sweets are concerned, I fell in love with the sweets pretty much from a child. My grandmother was a member of this church group, and once a month, I believe it was, they would host these parties at the members' houses. And the parties would be just fabulous. They would have these beautiful flower arrangements, because the name of the group, or the name of the club, was the Floral Club. They provided flowers for the church every Sunday, every Sunday. And so each member would have a meeting at their house, and those members would bring elaborate dishes. So my grandmother used to take, oh my God, some of the most fabulous dishes. One of her favorites was the sour cream pound cake, which she made at home meticulously whenever she made it. And then she made the fruit cake, the annual fruit cake. And I love the fruit cake as well, because it would be baked and then wrapped in cheesecloth and then put away. And every so many days, she'd go in and soak that cheesecloth with liquor. It might have been rum, and by the time we got a chance to eat it, it was really good. It was really good. But my mother also is a fabulous baker. My mother bakes the best sweet potato pie ever, period. Nothing but the sweet potato. She doesn't enhance it or take away from it. She doesn't add, she only adds one special ingredient that everybody has in the household. She says she believes that a sweet potato pie should taste like a sweet potato pie, not like a cinnamon pie or any of the other flavors that you add. That's just my mom's way of feeling about her pie. And I can tell you that everybody in my little town that I grew up in loves it to this day, even her church members to this day. I have an aunt that baked also. She baked pound cakes, and she was really good. I had another aunt that was just a chef, just a chef. She had a triple layer coconut cake with boiled icing and fresh coconut that was just to die for. The cake was just incredible. It was incredible. Anything that she made was incredible, you know, from just a regular dish to a sweet. And then growing up in the church, I was mentored by quite a few women in my community, and they were bakers when we would have. So my story regarding the owners of the capital city mumbo sauce, her husband passed away, and she, I believe, had just gotten the project or the mumbo sauce so that it would go into the Target stores. And through all of her grief and her pain and still having kids at home, she was able to still get everything taken care of, and she is now officially in the Target stores and local groceries here. So I want to send a big shout out to her, the owner of Capital City Mumbo Sauce, and say, you go girl, you rock. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe and share at the below. Bye.